Okay, we're going to talk about oil purity, and this is the most important thing you can think about when choosing which oils to buy and which company to buy from. And this is why I choose Young Living. So we're going to go through this and then I'll tell you why I choose them. But in the United States, we have really no regulations on essential oil companies. The only thing we have is a requirement by the FDA that in order to label a bottle of oil pure, or therapeutic grade, you need to have at least 5% of that oil in the bottle. So let me repeat that. In order to be pure, per the FDA, you only need to have 5% of an oil in the bottle. So what else is in the bottle? It could be so many different things, but this is why you really need to know your company to make sure they're not shortchanging you. There are 4 different kinds of oil in the world that we use today. We have grade A, and these are therapeutic grade made from organically grown plants and distilled at low temperatures, so not as to kill any of the constituents. These are the best oils you can get. Grade B oils are food grade, but they may contain synthetics, pesticides, fertilizers, chemical extenders, or carrier oils. Then we have grade C oils, and these are perfume oils that contain adulterated chemicals. They usually use solvents like hexane to get a higher yield from a crop. Solvents are cancerous, and many are in these store-bought oils. They can also be diluted 80 to 95% with alcohol. And let me tell you, when you put that kind of oil on your body, it burns. I've done it before I knew Young Living's oils. Grade D oils. These are floral water, and this is actually the byproduct of grade A oils. When you're distilling, you've got water and the oil rises to the top, and then they take that out, and then what's left is the floral water. However, companies can still sell this water, put it in a bottle, label it as pure, and you think you're getting something great, and it's just the leftover trash water with really no properties in it at all. It just has a nice smell. Grade A is the only true pure oils. Grade D would be like walking into your fridge and getting a glass of orange juice, but instead just putting 5% in and filling the rest with water. And first of all, it's going to taste terrible when you drink it, but you're not going to get any of the benefits from the orange at all. So before you purchase, it's really important to know where the company grows the product, the plants. Do they own their own farms? Are they grown organically? How are they processing them? And this is why Young Living is truly, truly the best. Young Living has their own farms. They own their own farms. They do not use any pesticides or herbicides. They hand weed everything. They are in charge of the whole process, from the seed, from choosing the seeds, all the way to the time it gets into the bottle. The oils are, the plants are on the farms, obviously. You can go visit the farms too, by the way. Any of the farms you can go visit, see their process, see everything. They're completely open book. They've been around for over 20 years. Dr. Gary Young started this company over 20 years ago, and it's really been the first essential oil company in the United States to bring about this. There's kind of an awareness now about essential oils, but they were the first ones. He has a great understanding of oils and what they can do for you. So any book by him or about him, I would highly recommend for you to get. But so they're in charge of the whole process, from the seeds, from choosing the seeds, planting them, cultivating them, making sure everything is pure, to distilling them. And they do so many tests. They will test before it, like when the plants are still in the field, they'll go out and test them and find when is exactly the right time to harvest this plant. And then once it's distilled, they will do a very gentle distilling process depending on the plant. Each plant has different temperatures they need to be distilled at. And then they will test again. Once the oil's there, they're going to test it at the farm, right at the farm, before they put it in the bottles. And they do go ahead and put it in the bottles at the farm. They bottle it, seal it at the farm. If a batch of oil fails, they do 8 different tests on it. And if it fails one of those tests, they throw it out. They won't use it. But if it passes all the tests, they put it in the bottles, they send it to the headquarters, and then they test it again there. Every single batch they test again. And again, if it fails one test, they throw it out. They will not sell it. They have that high of a standard, and it's so amazing. I love it because I can trust putting this. I would never put an adulterated oil on my child, but I can trust this putting on me, for my husband, for my children. I know these are pure oils just because of the care they take and the openness they have with their company. It's really, really amazing. If you want more information, you can go to seedtoseal.com, and then they have the whole process there, and you can watch some videos and see pictures of their process. Why do other companies go more cheaply? Really, it's to save money. If they spray a crop with pesticides, they're going to have more crop to distill. If they use a chemical solvent, they're going to pull more oil out of the plant. If you dilute it with a cheaper oil or a carrier oil, you're going to have more to go around. So it's all about cutting corners. So you really need to know your company. And Young Living is the best company out there. It takes a lot of work to make essential oils. So let's see, 60,000 rose blossoms makes 1 ounce of rose oil. And lavender, it takes 220 pounds to make 7 pounds of oil. So you start off with this huge amount and then it condenses down. So this is a great thing about essential oils. With Young Living, they average about $10 to $30 a bottle, and each application is about 1 to 3 drops. You only need a little bit. They're so powerful, they're so concentrated. So a small bottle of essential oil, just a 5 milliliter bottle, those have around 90 drops in them. So, and then a 15 milliliter bottle has about 250 drops. So even with a small 5 milliliter bottle, you're going to get 45 to 90 applications just out of this one bottle. So they last a long time. They're awesome. And I highly, highly recommend Young Living. I won't even use anything else. I did at the beginning. I tried a different oil company and I had a bad experience. And I have never had a bad experience with Young Living. The oils are just that pure. So stay with me. The next video, we're going to talk about specific oils and how you can use them to support the body.